You're watching TVC Breakfast, and the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board has cancelled general cutoff marks for admission into tertiary institutions in Nigeria. The institutions are now to set their own individual minimum benchmarks for admission. And the board took the decision at the 2021 policy meeting, which held in Abuja, and where all participants resolved to adhere to the benchmark proposed to the board. Speaking during the meeting, the registrar of the board, Ishaq Oloyede, also disclosed that for 2021-2022 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, the board is introducing two new subjects, computer studies and physical and health education. This is part of what we'll be talking about. Joining me to discuss this is the President, Yewa Wari Council, Abayomi Oke Ashiwaju. It's nice to have you join me this morning.
Good morning, Mike.
Great. Good to see you after a while.
Honestly.
Now, when this news broke of JAMB cancelling the general cutoff mark, some people, had questions. The point there is, in recent years, we've been seeing cutoff point reduced, going up and reducing and going up. Why do we have these inconsistencies generally, from your perspective?
Okay. Mike, do you want to hear the truth?
Please, let's hear the truth.
Now, the truth, according to Abayomi Oke Ashiwaju now, is that I think they want to use this to favor a section of the country. Of course, you agree with me.
Mean favor a section of the country?
Yes, you agree with me that when it comes to education, the South seems to be, privileged. You understand? And of course, the North don't seem to be. Now, if you leave cutoff mark at, if JAMB continues to regulate cutoff mark, it simply means that some students from the other part of the country may not gain admission to some of our universities. You understand? That's why I decided to do this. That's the truth. However, the question we should ask is, if JAMB has now decided that let schools decide cutoff mark, why is JAMB still then conducting the exams?
That means the relevance of JAMB.
Then you should just probably leave the exams in the hands of this university, in the hands of these institutions. Let them conduct their exams by themselves. Let them decide their cutoff mark by themselves. Because the essence of JAMB is to conduct exams, regulate the cutoff mark, and all that.
A national benchmark.
A national benchmark. And now that you are, saying, okay, we want to hands off, then probably you should just hands off entirely. Because that's the implication.
That would mean the dissolution of JAMB.
Honestly, because you see, some of us. Some
of us what you're recommending?
I'm not recommending that, because some of us love Professor Ishaq Oloyede. Since he came on board, he has been able to do quite a lot of, introduce quite a lot of transformation in the system. And, but I don't know where this is coming from. I don't know if this is unilateral decision that he proposed to the Minister of Education, or is coming from the Minister of Education, is coming from the presidency, so to say, to him, and probably his hands are tied, and he just felt, well, let it be, because they just gave him they just reappointed him. Who knows? Probably that's part of the conditions for his reappointment.
But must we always see from the perspective of maybe there's something in the offing, there's a politics somewhere going on? Couldn't it just be maybe some real brain work going into experimentation, and let's see how, if this is better for
Mike,
the country?
It is always very difficult to separate politics from most of the policies that have emerged in this country, that we have ever introduced in this country. You will notice that it is either to favor a part of the country or some section of the country or some people. But could several policies like that.
Could that also be our own interpretations when these things, maybe because of the pedigree of our experience in the past, we are quick to deduce that there's something going on here or something.
The antecedents is there. We've seen some in the past, and of course we have the choice to, of course, interpret their actions, and that's exactly what is playing out here. That's exactly why I'm saying that this policy, this new rule or whatsoever, appears to be that they want to favor. So, because of course, some higher institutions in the north, they will definitely bring down their cutoff mark to maybe 100, ridiculously to 80, if they don't mind, just because they want their folks to get into schools. But
a lot of people also have argued at one point or the other that the issue of national cutoff point or cutoff mark for a national exam is generally a formality in the context of educational development, where whether you don't write JAMB, the writing of JAMB or a national exam for that matter is not what really determines how much you know and how much or what you can become at the end of the day.
It's just like saying that exams should even be scrapped. See, whether it's a national exam, whether it's a state exam or exams conducted by exams is still exam. Let people go through that process. Now, if you know that before you can move on to the next level, you must pass through a particular examination, it is fine. It will get you prepared. You understand? But the question is, a boy in Kaduna wrote the same exam, a boy in Lagos wrote the same exam, and now you have different cutoff marks for them. At the end of the day, you still say you want to employ them into the same organization. You understand? So the standard has been halted ab initio.
All right. Well, okay. Abayemioke Asiwaju, thank you for your opinion on this. And we look forward to greater days ahead for JAMB and then for Nigeria as a whole.
I hope so too.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.